Hello everyone. Today we are having the class of 8th standard. First question, fill in the blanks. The same kind of plants grown on a large scale at a place is called crop. The answer is crop. You all know that all all the kind of agriculture field we say that it is a crop. Second question, an important task is growing crop is the preparation. Where in the agriculture field the preparation is most important. Damaged seeds would dash on top of the water. Damaged seeds always float on top of the water or surface of the water. For growing crop, sufficient sunlight and dash from the soil are very essential. So, where the answer is water and the nutrient. Water and the nutrient are very important. Match the items from the column A and the column B. It is the match the following question and answers. Kharif, food for cattle, Zide, a urea and the superphosphate chemical fertilizers, animal excreta, cow dung, urine, organic manure, wheat, gram, pea, paddy and the maize. So that the match the following. You have to check which is the answers. Kharif, paddy and the maize, Zide, wheat and gram, chemical fertilizers, urea, etc. Kharif crop. Preparation of soil involves two main steps, flowing and leveling. Flowing is the process of loosening and turning the soil so that circulation of air is improved in the soil. It is done with help of various types of the flows like wooden, etc. The loosening of the soil permits easy and deeper penetration of the roots, and it provides the good acceleration of the roots. Fluid land is leveled and pressed tightly with the help of wooden plank or a iron leveler. So this is one of the most important step for loosening. Second one is sowing. Sowing is also important method. Sowing is the process of dropping the seeds in the soil, where sowing can be done by the man or by using the machine. You know that now the agriculture field is so advanced. So because of that, sowing can also be taken by the machinery system also. But in the ancient, it all done by the man. So this is also one of the important step. Third one is weeding. Weeding means removal of weeds from the crops is called weeding. It is necessary weeds to nutrient from the soil. They do not get much more water, and the light and thirst affects the growth of the crops by reducing the yield. There is the removal of weed or unwanted plant. It is called weeding. It is very essential to remove it from the crops. Why? Because all the nutrient have to be eaten or taken by this weed. It will be grown very higher as compared to our crops. So because of that, we have to remove all the weeds which are present in the crops. That is the one of the most important. It is mainly it will be reduce the yields. Some weeds are very poisonous. We could not eat, or it is also affects to the crops what we grown. So we have to be removed when it is very small. So Some weeds even interface in the harvesting. Weeds can sometimes be poisonous for animals and for human beings also. Fourth one is threshing. Threshing is also one of the method. The process of separation of grains from the crop is called threshing. It may be done by the man or by striking the harvested crop against a hard surface or by using a machine called a thresher. By ancient, it is all done by the man itself, but now it's taken by the machine. Explain how fertilizers are different from the manure. Of course, you know that fertilizers are very important for the uh, uh, plants. Fertilizers is an inorganic salt. Manure is natural, naturally occurred. Fertilizers is prepared by the factories, but manure can be prepared by the fields, which are prepared by the field itself. Fertilizers are thus not provide any humus to the soil, but manure provides lots of humus to the soil. Fertilizers are very rich in plants nutrients like nitrogen or phosphorus. Manure is relatively less rich in plant nutrients. What is irrigation? Describe two methods of irrigation by conserve water. The supply of water to crops at a regular interval is called irrigation. Methods are so many methods, but still, the first one is drip irrigation. Here, the water goes drop by the drop directly into the roots of the crop or a plant. This method is very useful as it conserves the water and also helps to in avoiding weeds. Sprinkler system. This method is used mainly in uneven land where insufficient water is not available, but perpendicular pipes or having the rotating nozzles on the top and joined to the main pipelines at regular intervals. So this is also one of the system. When water is allowed to flow through the main pipe under the pressure with help of pump, it escapes from the rotating nozzles. It gets sprinkled on the crops as it like raining. If wheat is sown in the Kharif season, what would happen? Discuss. Sorry, it is the spelling mistake. Wheat crops may be destroyed if sown in the Kharif season because of the unfavorable temperature. Pests are an adaptable conditions for the plants to grow. Kharif comes during the rainy seasons. Hence, it is not wise idea to grow wheat in the Kharif season. You all know that the Kharif becomes in the rainy season. So, it will be rainy season means it the lots of water is required for that plants. If you wheat crops is destroyed when it is too much of or a heavy water, it will be gets to the wheat plant. Because of that, it is not necessary in the reason in the rainy season or in the Kharif time. Explain how soil gets affected by the continuous plantation of crops in a field. The question says if you do daily or a continuously same soil, if anything will be affects to the soil, continuous do the agriculture. Plants require nutrient for their growth without optimum nutrients. plants will be die. Continuous plantation of the crops result in the depletion of certain nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, or a potassium, etc. You know that if you continuously do agriculture and same, there is no rest at all for that land. Then there is a less number of nutrients like a phosphorus or such kinds. Because of that, it will be effects to the land. This result is decrease in yield due to the loss of nutrients. Hence, there should be a gap between crops in order to get good yield. So, everyone used to say that if you do the Kharif season, then give a rest for the next one season. Next, again do for the next season. Then it will be increased yield or the loss of nutrient will never be happens in the case of soil. What are weeds? How can we control them? Weeds is one of the most dangerous things. In a field, many other undesirable plants may grow naturally along with a crop. These undesirable plants are called weeds. Weeds can be controlled by the methods of weeding or it will be effects. You know that weeding we have to be do if you do any crops because it is a poisonous to the crops. Tilling before sowing the crops helps to uprooting and killing the weeds, which may then dry up and get mixed with the soil. Weeds are also controlled by using certain chemicals called weedicides. You all know that nowadays it going to the field and removing by the hands is very tough. So we are spraying the weedicides, then only the weeds or unwanted plants other than the crops will definitely going to die or it will be kill the weeds. The chemical weeds are remove these things. Thank you.